I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Today we will be doing some oracle readings. I'm going to be using the Divine Abundance cards and the Seven Energies cards today. So you can pick from those two. We will do a general energy read and then we will get questions. So my guide likes you to just say hi and, be friendly in the chat. And she likes to just call off the, people that are being active in the chat. She doesn't like our chat to be spammed, but just, be friendly. You can say, where you're from, just be friendly. So we're doing that today. We're just going to get a little general message. She wants me to pull an abundance card first. And then we will go from there. She's telling me I didn't turn my do not disturb on. So I'm going to do that. We should be good though, because my daughter just called me. So that's why I was a little late. My granddaughter ended up being sick yesterday and now my daughter's not feeling well. So hope Mimi doesn't get it. Hi, Danny. How are you doing? Completely understand, Danny. We always appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. Enjoy that time. I know pure positive energy is always good and fun. I always love when, I get to spend time with my granddaughter because, that's, me and Dave call her our pure positive energy. Yeah, just I think a stomach bug. Macy, in the afternoon didn't feel well. Got, started having a stomach thing. And then we just spent the rest of the day, cuddling and loving till her mom came and got her. So. Hi, Shanae. I'm glad you're joining. Yes, absolutely. Did your mom tell you about the invite? I hope you can come. We would love all of you to come. Everyone, Shanae's my niece in California. So, Shanae, welcome to the channel. We do coffee and cards every morning. We pull a couple abundance cards, then we'll do a reading. But you know I'm going to get you. We hope you can come, like literally. It's already all set up. So please join us. We hope the universe finds a way to make it work. We get the receiving card and outrageous openness. So those are beautiful messages. So we are going to read those. So every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and trust in my inner guidance. And I believe that is so true. That's true for me even. So we are working on that as well. And then we have outrageous openness, which is dear love, open me to your will, release me from my attachments, surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what is needed. I am open to receive. Both the cards are about receiving today. And the next card is the worth card. So I feel like those are, really important cards. Know your self-worth. Make sure you're, spending time to do your self-love. We're always talking about that. So make sure you are open to receive what's for your highest and greatest good. We always put that out there, what's for your highest and greatest good. What I want or better, because sometimes the universe has other plans that we have no control over. So then we're going to get a energy card. Shanae, it's really early where you are. So we are glad you are here. And the cards for the morning are filling the world, which is a beautiful, and in that I get the message, you can literally create the world. It is that Empress energy. I will just say, Tuesday. Tuesday is the full moon. It's also a full lunar eclipse. So I was listening to something last night, and if you have, Taurus or Scorpio in your chart, um, hi Unity. We're coming to Sedona in December. So maybe we can meet and get a reading in person. I'm always up for meeting new people. But anyway, the Arizona really caught my attention, and Celia's just like, kind of doing things. But anyway, if you have Taurus or Scorpio, and where it is in your chart, look, because that's where this is really going to be affecting, because that's where the North Node is, and that's where the eclipse axis is going to be for like the next year or so. Where you have Taurus, Scorpio, or what you have in the second and the eighth house, because that's the natural rulers of those signs. And Taurus is about what we value, knowing your self-worth. Also, it's about, that Empress energy. What do you want to manifest? So, what do you want? And then the next card is smoke and mirrors. So beware of any kind of illusion. If anybody's, so you're saying read the book, which, she doesn't always call me to do, but she's like, read the book. So we are going to read that message. So we get the smoke and mirrors, which is a number 42 card, which goes to a 6. Dave and I was doing a little thing last night, and we were writing a bunch of different birth date numbers down, and I don't know, we were very guided to it. I'm sure Celia will let me know why. So, we just go with what she says. So she's telling me I just need to read the key concepts in the book. So we're going to read that. Seeing through the lens of past conditioning, the inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered, healing from misguided perceptions, moving beyond the illusion of separation, being accountable for your bias and the way that we view the world. I had got that, that message the other day about, and Dave's on Shanae, Big Wave Sound Therapy. So he's helping moderate a little bit. It looks like, I know he's also working. He's working from home today. So my days are always better when Dave's at home. We enjoy lunch together and our coffee together. So he made my coffee this morning, so I'm really enjoying that. So I feel like both the message earlier was about receiving, and this is too. You have to believe you deserve something before you can receive it. So hi Muse, how are you doing? So just know that you can really manifest in, this energy of because we're having a full lunar eclipse, which is, really illuminating the shadow. So, I'm always about pulling, Celia's going to have me pull my little Chiron out. Because she says, healing this Chiron is the true key, to moving forward. And really, that's what helped brought me and Dave together was when I started working on my Chiron. So, be open to that. Shanae, make sure you're looking at where your Chiron is. And I even learned stuff from like Googling mine. I've done a lot of work, but like Dave Googled it on something one day, and like it was like such a different aha perspective for me. So if you've read on your birth chart if you've read on your birth chart about your Chiron, Google it as well. In that house, put it in the specific house. I have Chiron in the 3rd house, which is, in the sign of Aries for me. You also have to look what are the natural rulers, but Celia's like really saying, that can really be what's blocking the abundance. So it is the key, she says. Shanae, do you have a specific question, or do you just want a general reading? Celia would like to know what you want. We are honored that you are joining us today. Like, super honored. Hi, Princess Kayla. How are you today? Okay. Shanae, would you like tarot or oracle? I know you work, so you can't really join us. So she is a very special guest for us. So if she wants tarot, I'm going to pull them for her because she's my niece. And And my guide is like screaming whatever she wants. So she's got a message for her. Yeah, I'm feeling very thankful today. I got to spend extra time. Me and Dave woke up extra early, not on purpose, but we did. Sinead, that's one of my favorites. That's why we sent it to you. Dave got me a new deck yesterday. I'm really, really drawn to it. It's this. It's the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And it puts a little bit different perspective on the cards. It helps see the journey through a different perspective. I was reading in the book because on this one, it's a tarot deck, but it's laid out, a little bit differently. And as I work with it a little bit, I will be pulling it out, but it's showing me a different perspective on the journey. So yeah. So we're getting a message for you, Shanae, today. Thanks for joining us. We do have a private Facebook group for Dave and I do a coffee and cards on Sunday morning for the Facebook group. We're doing it private. We're just trying to build our soul tribe, help be a messenger, Shanae, we also sent you that Sacred Traveler deck, right? I know that is Dave's very favorite. I gifted him that. I got it, but I was like, when we first started dating, I was so called to give that to him. And he literally uses that just about every day. But those dates, Shanae, are the 11th through the 18th of December. And we will be doing coffee and cards and all that stuff there. Yeah. I'm really called to the Cosmic Journey ones right now. I'm using them every day for me. Because I feel like, I'm definitely trying to work on my path. Celia's just getting all settled in. So here we go, Shanae. She says one more time and then we're ready. Shanae, how's your job going? Well, look at these cards I'm using. They got a little rainbow on the back. And if you join us in Vegas, there's a place that's like so known for rainbows. Me and Dave went and we have a picture where it's like a rainbow on a rainbow on a rainbow. Like just the most beautiful thing. So, yeah, so he would really love for you to come with us. Not as much as I would love you. So we would just love it. But we get the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like it's about your stability. And knowing your worth. She's screaming that worth word in my head. Make sure you're knowing your worth. She's saying if somebody's being a fool, have this energy. She's looking the other way. Changing her focus, really focused on her money. But yeah, something about just the way she's like, and she's like focused on that. We get the 8 of Wands, which is lots of messages coming in. I don't know about you, but I'm getting woke up like crazy at night. Dave too. Literally, we were up at 5:30 this morning. So, and then we get the Hermit card, which is, I feel like, about your spiritual path. And sometimes that hermit has to spend that time alone to work on that elevation of, raising the vibration. I'm still hearing know your self-worth. And Grandpa's definitely around you. He's one of my biggest guides. Always around. He makes me drink iced tea now. It's the craziest thing. I never used to drink iced tea, but now every day I have to have iced tea. So just know, um, when you have those little thoughts of him, just know he's right there with you. And you get the Five of Wands, which sometimes this Five of Wands, can be a chaos and conflict card. But with this, I feel like everybody's kind of just doing your own part. And, sometimes we have to work, you know, like what we're doing. We're all doing our own little part of this spiritual journey. But yeah, Grandpa's definitely around you. Screaming in my ear. Yes. Celia's in this ear and he's in this ear. So that's a new experience. My channeling's kind of really opened up the last couple of weeks. Celia says we're not done. We're gonna get some more cards. So we get the Ten of Wands, the Tower, and then the Six of Wands, which is the victory card. And then the Nine of Wands is on the bottom. And I feel like that's sometimes the Nine of Wands can be about a lot of chaos. But for me, I feel like, this is, having some boundaries. She's standing on the edge, but she's getting the message and she's holding that light, which is what I try to do. And I feel like, Shanae, we have that relationship. So that you're supposed to do that. Celia's told me in the past that, I've gone through a lot of different things in my life, and all of them were so I could use them as a reference point in my readings. So I get a reference of this or that. So I feel like just know that there is a calling for you, for your spiritual path. As you're working on your spiritual path, just as you find things you're interested in, just know that that's part of your path. So I know in your life, there's been a lot of great struggle. Right there, that 10 of Wands, that's great struggle. But you know what? That 10 is the ending of that and a new beginning. And that beginning can literally happen like, boom, there's the Tower, and the Tower happens when it's ready. But then the next card for the outcome card, because I feel like this is past, this is present. Like, I feel like the universe is knocking right now. And then I feel like this is the future energy. And it so reminds me of you just looking at the back of that card. So I hear that would be a good little energy for you to embrace. And I'm called to get my little book out. I was looking at it the other day that Dave made me. But if you look in this picture over here, I'm standing there and that's what my hands are doing. Very same, vibration, that energy, soaking up the energy. So it was very specific. I pull that out and show you. But just know that there is so much victory ahead for you. Unbelievable victory. So just know, you are very blessed. And Grandpa's right there. Grandma too. I actually hear there's the whole choir. So just know you're very divinely guided. Because we got the Hermit and the Tower, which is I feel like you're definitely been working on your vibration. And Celia's saying we're going from that 5 to the 6 of Wands. She said there's one more message for you, Shanae. Everyone, Shanae's here. She's my niece. She's joining from California. So we're just getting her a little reading. So she asked, and, Celia's going to oblige my niece. So we actually sent her some cards recently, Dave and I. So you get the Knight of Wands, which, that's, going to the beat of your own drum. Celia always, that, I swear that does so much good. But we have a little more, but she's be, joyously happy. That's what she's always telling Dave, joyously happy. That's his mission here, in this lifetime, to figure out how to be joyously happy. Which, sometimes he just can't believe that that's what he's supposed to do, but it is. The next card for you, Shanae, is the Six of Cups, which is, past life stuff, even like inner child stuff, Dave and I named our inner child, our ego, our little barking dog. Something about the dog. So, yeah, something about the dog. Some reference of a dog, Shanae. Celia says you'll understand. Did you have a dog as a child that you're missing, or that you really have a lot of love for, even now? Something that you're giving unconditional love to is giving that back to you. And she's also saying somebody from your past may be coming back, because that kind of happens. We are in, that time of the year when that can happen. Somebody that you may have had a lot of happiness with. Oh yeah. Just feel that energy's around you. Because I feel that, see that, the rainbow wrapped around. But yeah, some tie to the dog. So if you don't have one right now, think about getting one. Or you may be seeing the dog. You may have that opportunity. But I feel like something's still from your childhood. Because, the kids are right there, and then that child. So something really from your childhood. Then we get the next cards, which is the Death card, the Star card, and the Wheel, which is all super, super divinely guided. That you're going through this process, this transformation. You're doing the work. You're working on the healing stuff. And, you're going to turn that wheel. I feel like this is all part of, family karma. I'm working on family karma to, help heal it for the entire family. So, as I heal stuff, I hope that helps heal things, for you as well. I told you the story about I healed the chicken thing about grandma, and now Megan can make chicken, to where, yeah. So I feel like things are really getting healed. I feel like you're doing a lot of healing. Celia's saying you're doing the healing, and this is really going to cause some transformation. If there's some things you need to let go of, Tuesday is the full moon, which is a great time for releasing, but it's also a full lunar eclipse, which is really about changing the status of things. Really, like that eclipse is like right there. She's saying Tower. But right on the table we have 5 majors, out of 12 cards, 11 cards. 5 out of 11 are majors. So definitely being super divinely guided right now. Just keep working on your path. And she says, don't let anybody be a fool. If anybody's kind of giving you any half-ass energy, she's saying, don't do it. Know your worth. Yeah, definitely know your worth. Because she's saying, look, this is coming, by finding balance. She's saying those two are really, really important. Finding that balance, being grounded, makes that wheel turn as you're healing stuff. And she's saying, make sure you're looking at your Chiron, and having fun, because I know you're out having fun, because, we get the night there, and then the page there, and then we get another night. So, I feel like somebody may be coming in with an offer, as you're getting grounded and balanced and happy. Maybe I feel like this is somebody brand spanking new. She said, and she's saying it that way, brand spanking new. So I'm trying to figure out who's that reference from, brand spanking new. So I feel like somebody brand new is going to come in as you're in this energy. So release whatever is causing you this, and that will, move things on, But thank you for joining today, Shanae. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. We really hope you can join us in Vegas. So much. Okay, now we will start with some questions. You are very welcome. We love you a lot. I ordered me some more beads, the angel aura ones. I want to send you a bracelet. I'm sending somebody else one. I'm actually going to send somebody mine. I gave my last one to Aunt Tracy. Now I'm going to send one to somebody, but I'm going to make one for you, and I'm probably going to wear it for a week or two, and then we're going to send it to you. Because, those are my happy rocks. And, if it made, a certain uncle happy, it has to have some kind of magical power. And I believe it does. So, as I call it, my happy rock, angel aura, by the way, for anybody that wants to know, is my happy rock. So we are going to send you one, Shanae, and we hope to see you in Vegas. I'll tell you one of Dave's favorite places there is the Pinball Hall of Fame thing. We went there and played pinball. It was the most fun. So like old school pinball ball. Anyway, so we are going to get some cards. She's going to try to come, Dave. So we're hoping that's working out. So today we're using the cards of the 7 energies and the divine abundance. So like I told your mom, even if you guys can't come for the whole time, whatever you guys can work out, we would love to have. Dave and I were talking this morning about that while we're in Vegas, we're going to have to make that little trip down, to Laughlin to go see Grandma. So we're planning a little day side trip down there. And for everyone, we are just going to do oracle cards, and then we will do tarot at 11. I do free tarot every day at 11, which is in about 2 hours. So, Eleanor, she's calling me to talk to you right now. So we're going to do that. So, would you, Eleanor, like an energy card or an abundance card? How are you doing today, Eleanor? You are very welcome. Okay. Well, Eleanor, I'll send you a little energy when we're done here, okay? Yes, I had to give a message to my niece. Thanks, Dave, for all your help moderating. Danny said she couldn't do it today. She's spending the day with her son. And Eleanor, you get the card for the extraordinary. The next card you get is the love card. So we get extraordinary, which is there is a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. So, and with, the peacocks, those are always a sign of good luck for me. So just know you are an extraordinary person. And that should be honored. Sometimes I feel like you don't know your self-worth. And just know, Celia's telling me, look on the bottom of the deck. It's your path, which is, and then we are going to read all the cards. Dear Lord, please help me trust that there is a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusion. So with that, sometimes Dave and I were talking about, that your ego is always trying to, protect you, but sometimes it makes you, be afraid to take that step you need to take. And sometimes I feel like that step is even just shining your own light and being your own self. So Eleanor, whatever gifts you have, make sure you're sharing them. And then we get the card of love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. So I feel like that's telling you to make sure you're spending time loving yourself. Because before you can truly share your love with somebody else, you have to love yourself and know your self-worth. And then the next card is letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God's will hold it all. I can safely let go. So I feel like it's saying, to surrender that worst fear that you're holding on to, as you think of that worst case scenario, you're just going to bring more of that energy to you. So, sometimes we just have to, have you ever noticed when you're having a problem, you just say, fine, I give up. I just give up. And then things just will find a way to work out. I feel like that's what's going to happen. So she's saying, as you love yourself and decide to let go of that fear, yeah, really letting go of the fear. And then the loss card is next. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's, which is what I was just talking about. You have to surrender it and let it go to the universe. Because the next card is the receiving card, which was the general message this morning about being open to receiving. Sometimes we think things have to come a certain way, and as long as we're trying to control how that happens, the universe is like, nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Because the universe has its own plan. So the receiving card is every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. And then your final card, Eleanor, is the acceptance card. Radical acceptance in the now opens the flow. But she's wanting me to hold that up to make sure you see it. So I feel like if you're in a situation that you do not feel is for your highest and greatest good, and you are thinking of, I need to get out of this, and you're going to just going to bring that same situation back around to you. If you hate where you live, the example Celia's saying, if you hate where you live and you hate where you live and you think it's not a safe place, it's not a safe place. When you move somewhere else, you're going to bring that same energy with you. So she wants you to, really look in your heart, because she wanted to pull one more card, to really look in your heart, because, and see what you want. And as you come from a place of your heart, you have to feel safe when you're working on your manifesting. If you're trying to manifest from a place of fear, you're just going to bring more of that negative energy into any manifestation you create. So she wants me to read this one. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense the moment to moment of what is needed. And with that, Dave and I are really, always doing that. Last night, we were talking about something, about we're just following the breadcrumbs. As we get guidance to do something, we do it, literally. Because things happen, it puts you in that place on that timeline. People say they want to jump timelines. Celia's saying to jump timelines, you really, follow those breadcrumbs, because one little thing can change your entire life. I got rear-ended by a car, and that literally changed my entire life and has brought me to right this very moment where I am. So follow the impulses. If you get a little impulse that says, walk outside, or, if you're inside working somewhere and you get the impulse to get up and walk, go for a walk. If, you get the impulse and you think about somebody, just send them a text and say, hey, thinking about you. Let people know it's trying to, give you the guidance through the little tapping on the shoulder. I've been getting that tapping on the shoulder so much, the last couple of weeks. Really wanting me to get out and be the messenger. So Dave's like, I can't believe you're doing so much videos. And I'm like, Celia wants to talk. And that's so. Okay, Eleanor, that was your message. So thank you for being part of the channel. I know you started really early with us, and thanks for growing with us, and have a great day. Okay. Celia is going to talk to Monica next. Hi, Monica. How are you doing? Would you like an energy card or an abundance card? We're going to do the... Celia is really feeling like the abundance cards are having a message today. So she's going with this one. So guidance for Monica for today. So we get the letting go on the bottom of the deck, which is everything is needed. Everything is indeed out of control, and God's will hold it all. I can safely let go. So that's your overall energy that it's saying for today is, sometimes we just aren't in control. Thanks, Shanae. Love you. Can't wait to see you in December. The next card for you, Monica, is the ease card. It is easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive, which is beautiful energy. And then we get the extraordinary card, which is there is a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. So, and like I said earlier, that card is, a card of good luck for me. I see the peacock as a sign of good fortune. So when I see that, it's always that, energy of good fortune. The next card is outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments, which is that letting go card. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what is needed, and I am open to receive. So that is beautiful energy as well. Then we get the intuition card again, which is each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what is needed. So I'm feeling that saying, really follow your heart. It's really trying to guide you. If you're unsure, bring your hand to your heart and pull your energy there, and, ask your higher self, about a situation, and then your heart will guide you on which way. If you're unsure, ask your ego to step aside. Say, I ask my ego to step aside. I ask my higher self to help guide me. And it will definitely, your intuition's trying to talk to you, Monica. And then you get the humility card. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. Humility. So super good cards. I feel like it's about, the universe is trying to bless you with something really good, but what you're holding on to some attachment, and, I feel like you're holding on to that out of fear. Sometimes we're always, afraid of where our path is leading us, but you just have to go where, where you're guided. Catherine, we're going to get you next. You are very welcome, Monica. Have a blessed day. Catherine, have you joined our Facebook group? We're doing support there. Anytime if you need, you can always, reach out. Dave and I are, we pretty much always have our phones. And we're always, up to give support. And we hope as, our group grows that others will do the same. So Catherine, I had like my dark night of the soul was like 5 years. So, okay. Catherine, my personal or the email for the channel. Yeah, you have email. I have email. It's in the description box. You can always send me an email. So, like I said, my dark night of the soul was 5 years. I had no idea about the spiritual path or any of that. And I was very resistant to it all. I'm a Taurus, so this is something I got from my dad after he passed. So it sits on my shelf and reminds me that I'm just as stubborn as he was. So and that's so true. I was born on his birthday, so we were very, very much alike. I'm just gonna take a second because Shanae, if you're still here, just know Grandpa is definitely here now. I feel like he wants you to know he's here. He wasn't going to let that go. Oh, don't be sorry. Never be sorry. Truly, never be sorry. Yes, he wants me to put it down. He wants you to be able to look at it. I hear head down and go forward. So some reference of that for you, Shanae, about putting your head down and going forward. Just know he's there. Hi, Gary. How are you doing today? Yeah. Yeah, my dad passed earlier this year. And then Dave's dad's passed a few weeks ago. So we are definitely having, guidance around us a lot right now. My channeling's opening. So I've been channeling Dave's dad and Dave's great grandfather and other people. Somebody's mom that needed a message. So here I'm gonna do this. Anybody that has the reference of a scone with a smidge of butter, I have a message. I don't know who that's for. Celia keeps having me repeat it because it was a very prominent thing. So she says somebody will know that reference of a very smidge, is like the thinnest little slice of butter that I ever thought I could possibly do. So on that note, we're gonna get a card for you, Catherine. Would you like an energy card or an abundance card, Catherine? Yeah, I feel like so many people are, are kind of transitioning, because I believe there's no true death because you just kind of we're doing an energy card then. She said these haven't been done. I just feel like you transitioning back into non-physical, clearly because I'm channeling so much other energy that is not mine. Yeah, please, if you have a reference to the smidge of butter and the scone, and I had to just put a tiny drizzle of honey on it. It was very specific. And it's a message for somebody. So whoever feels that, whoever has that reference, I have some kind of message for you. So we are getting a message for you, Catherine. And Catherine, Celia's telling me, look at where your Chiron is in your birth chart, that's so important. Because truly that is, the wounded healer. When I get triggered on something, I write stuff down on my notebook, what emotion is it causing me to have? When else have I had it? Yeah, it's a message for somebody. I don't know. Catherine, you get the card, A Burst of Magic. And then this card, It Is What It Is. I listen to Abraham, and sometimes when, you're at a place and you just don't know where to go. Sometimes a really general statement is, everything's always working out, but also it is what it is, I am where I am. So I feel like, that's telling you that, and she's saying, look, that there's a door that's trying to open for you. A burst of magic. Catherine, I do tarot at 11. If you come back, we'll pull some more cards for you. But she's telling me there's a door that's really trying to open for you. And then we get the burst of magic. So I feel like and take a deep breath, which is about meditation. And then the birds of a feather, which, that's what we're trying to do, build our soul tribe. And, like I said, my dark night of the soul was like 5 years long. I was stubborn. Because initially I started reading tarot in 2017 on my YouTube channel. I did like 30 videos, then I deleted them all, and now I'm back. Because truly that is where my path is. So, but come back, Catherine, and you can always send me an email. I'm always up to help wherever I can. Dave and I feel like, we are trying to be, the beacon and that kind of, This one, I believe Hay House. A couple times a year they have like half off sales. So when they had the half off sale this time, I got like 5 new decks. They're really good about having, a 50% off sale. I'm a girl that's always up for a good bargain. I don't like to overpay. So some reference in that. Ashley, donations are whatever you want to donate. We do not have a minimum limit because we have people from around the world, and things are different for each person. This is the Oracle of the 7 Energies. It is definitely a beautiful deck. So. And then Catherine, she's not done with you because she's not letting me move on yet. So you get this card as well, which is filling the world, which for me, that's, this is that Empress energy. You can have the whole world in your hand right now. It is that energy of the divine feminine, and you can like be in the feeling of what you want to create. And then the bottom of the deck is the call of the muse. So I feel like your spiritual path is calling, whatever you're being guided towards. I do Reiki. I do, a little bit of singing bowls. I do crystal stuff. I do the tarot, and as far as Reiki, really, I've made my own thing between my physical therapy work and the Reiki stuff. So I have like my own personal technique. And I feel like you're supposed to, whatever you're called towards you as your healing path, Catherine, the universe is wanting you to share, as you're going through it. Yeah. We're all put where we're supposed to be, and you were meant to be here for me to, give you that message. But I feel like the universe is just kind of knocking. Actually, I feel like it's pounding its fist, I hear. I feel like it was a nice knock, and then it was a little louder knock, and now it's like beating at the door. But yeah, Catherine, send me an email. So we are going to call someone else now. You are never, ever stuck, ever, ever, ever. You are right where you're meant to be. Everything happens in the divine timing. Literally, I was just telling somebody the other day, the universe put me in a place where, I had to, I was, I stayed home and literally for a year solidly worked on my path, like meditated, was doing walking meditations, other meditation. That's when I was doing my tarot on my dark night of my soul, but the universe sometimes puts us somewhere as a season of growth. We are getting ready to go, we're in fall, all the trees have lost their leaves. And it's just because it's a season of growth, because spring's going to be right around the corner, and then things happen. So don't ever feel like you're stuck, because it's literally just a season of growth. And seasons pass and change. So that's like people in your life. Sometimes you have to let people go, because they're there for a season, not for the entire story. They're just there for that chapter. A lot of times people are there to teach you a lesson. Once they teach you that lesson, they're meant to leave. My channeling's that way. When I have a message to give to somebody, they will be in my life until that message finally comes out. And once I channel that message to them, I literally never see them again. So just know that you're not stuck. But yeah, send me an email. I've learned so many things and techniques, and I had to learn because I had nobody to teach me when I was going through my dark night of the soul. I had to, figure it all out myself. I tell Dave he's got it easy because I get to tell him so much. Celia channels everything to him. So yeah. Because Catherine, after you send me that, I'm probably literally, Celia says we're going to send you our phone number. So thank you for donating, Ashley. We greatly appreciate it. Ashley, I'll just say we both have a little bit of that both energy in us. Me and Dave talk because, a lot of times I'm the divine masculine. But when I'm with Dave and if I'm in my masculine, it's never the best. And Ashley, do you want tarot? Because when you donate, we let you pick if you want tarot or oracle. Otherwise, it's just oracle. But you embody both. And sometimes, like, if I'm in my masculine, it puts Dave in his feminine. And when Dave's in his feminine, my masculine, my Venus and my Mercury are both in Aries. So, when I'm in the masculine, I'm very speak my mindish. So Dave prefers me in the feminine, and I prefer me in the feminine. So, and she says we're going to use the lights. So we must have known because I already had them in my hand. Yeah. So sometimes I do things on purpose to put myself in the feminine, because in a relationship, especially that twin flame thing, like I had been alone till, as I see the Eight of Cups, I had been alone, so I had developed a lot of those masculine, things. I was single for 7 years. So I had developed a lot of those, you just, when you're alone, I cut the grass and, just did all the, some of the more masculine kind of thing. But when, you're a single parent, you kind of have to, or even just a single person, you have to a lot of times take on more of that masculine energy. But when you're in the masculine energy, no, he can't be. So, the best way to make sure he's being in the masculine, and that masculine energy is the wands and the swords, and the feminine is the cups and the the pentacles. So, and doing the things of beauty and that self-care stuff. So a lot of times I feel like that's what's actually, Celia saying, what's stopping that masculine from coming forward, because that feminine's trying to really push it, and that's more masculine energy. And if you're embodying that masculine, you're making him be in the feminine. I feel like you're being in the masculine, Ashley. So literally, like, you see my nails are done. I'm always doing my hair, so you make sure we do, the makeup. And we just try to be definitely do a little more feminine stuff. So sometimes just make sure you're really standing in your feminine power. Yeah, Dave laughs when I just do a whole message and I haven't even pulled the card. So so you had a whole message about that. So she said one more and then we're gonna get cards now. So so this is for you, Ashley. We get the World card. We get the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. I'm curious what's flipped over. The bottom of the deck is the Hermit, which we are going to explore a little more on that, Celia says. So you get the World, the Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. You know that Eight of Wands is about fast-moving communication. And we all know about the Queen of Swords. Dave refers to her as the Ice Queen. We were just talking about that energy this morning. And sometimes she's about, cutting the shit off that doesn't serve her. But she's looking pretty feminine in that card. So he's like, look, she looks very feminine. So make sure you're standing in that feminine energy. Because then we get the King of Swords. He's definitely gaining his wisdom and focused. But she said, get the next card, the King of Wands. We were just talking about this masculine energy. So I feel like it's really asking you to step into your feminine, because I feel like you're in this energy. And I'll say, when I was in my masculine energy, it's because I had a lot of karma to heal. Generational karma, my personal karma I brought in, but also family karma. So you have both. And part of that twin flame journey is balancing both your energies. I did a twin flame reading, Ashley, recently that was talking about the feminine, had to balance all four of the aspects in her life. And as she, gets all of that balanced within herself, then she can bring that other energy in. But you have both. There are certain things that you tie to, male energy. Like Dave is really good at fixing things and, but different things. But I feel like you just have to balance your energy with that masculine and the feminine, because that wheel's trying to turn right around that world. I see the ring and the rainbow. But it's part of your path to because that masculine energy's there. And as long as you're in your masculine energy, he can't be. And that means no forward movement, which is really what you're trying to manifest. But then you end up in this. So as you let go of this, Celia's inclining me to tell you, sometimes the masculine energy is really good at compartmentalizing parts of their life. That masculine brain is, okay, I have work, I have home, I have, this activity I do or whatever. But sometimes that masculine energy can really separate things, like they say as far as sex, with a woman, her brain's kind of like this. And when a woman she thinks sex and love, sex, love. For a man, it's not that way. They are completely separate for a man. Sex does not mean love. To where that feminine energy, we're a little more intertwined with, we feel, oh, sex is love. Sex is not love for the man, just because it is for the woman. But the bottom of the deck is, the Sun and the Chariot, which can really move forward. So make sure you're doing your self-care and really being in your feminine energy, coming from a place of your heart. If you're unsure, and before you have any conversation with him, or even before you're thinking about him, put your hand on your heart, pull your energy to your heart, and make sure you're coming from a place of your heart. That is the feminine energy. This masculine energy, the ego. And the ego's like, I'm in control. Ask Dave. The ego's not in control. When the ego tries to be in control, it makes us have chaos. So she feels like right now you're spending more time in your masculine energy, but you really need to embrace your feminine a little more and have some balance. So we are going to keep going. Hi, Great Quartz. How are you doing today? Guri, can we get you next? Yes, you have been here from the beginning. I know. That's why Celia's like, even before I read your message, she said your name. Hi, Princess Kayla. How are you doing? We will get you after we get Guri. You are very welcome, Ashley. Thank you for donating to the channel. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. You know. And so you told me to put those down. Okay. Guri, we have the abundance cards and the energy cards. Which one would you like? You get to pick abundance or energy. Those are the ones we're doing right now. If you donate, then we do tarot for you. Otherwise, we're just doing oracle cards. Which is kind of what we were doing with coffee and cards as our general intention. What are Ruhal Kapoor's Libra's intention and feelings towards me? No contact. So he's telling me these cards. So somehow I knew. So you had the energy ones already. And she didn't get to talk much yesterday afternoon except to me. So she's going to have a lot to say today, I hear. So we will definitely be back on at 11 for tarot. Oh, she says maybe 12. On Thursdays, we like to have lunch with Dave. So we get a tall tale and time machine for you, and we get birds of a feather. So with this, I get the message of what story are you telling yourself? If you're telling yourself about no contact for 1 year, so you stand to go back, travel back in time and think of that time when you were with him and the best that it was, write down, those feelings of the best time. Like I can literally look at a picture of Dave and I can go back to the feeling of right in that moment. And as you feel that moment, the emotions that you feel tied to that are going to raise your vibration. And as you raise your vibration, you're going to bring in that energy and that connection you want. But as long as you're in the energy of that person's not here, that person's not here, that person's not here, they can't be there. So I feel like it's the story you're telling yourself right now is what's blocking any of that. Oh no, Unity, that's no good. Yeah, my coffee comes empty. I had to switch to water. So yeah, I'm feeling you there. So Princess Kayla, do you want an energy card or an abundance card? You are very welcome. It's very powerful manifestation energy right now with this full moon that's coming. Normally on a full moon, I don't feel it's a good manifestation energy, but it is in Taurus, which, Taurus is, about the things you value. And, Taurus is about abundance and the good things in life, So she's just saying, write the story that you would like to, bring forth. Because we are in eclipse season, which can change super quick. Oh, I've never had prickly pear juice. Princess Kayla, you get the power of purpose. Which I see in this card is a spiral. And then you get the endless possibilities card. I feel like sometimes things are just on a different part of the spiral. Like sometimes we have a season of alone, but I feel like that's going to spiral back around because the possibilities are endless. Beautiful and caging. I feel like it's time for a heart chakra opening. I know my heart chakra's really been activated lately. Oh, it tastes like watermelon. Oh, hey, Dave, I need some of that. You know, I'm a watermelon girl. So I feel like there's an encaging happening right now. So he's telling me hold on to shuffle again because we're not done yet. Then we get let it go and call of the muse. I feel like that's saying that same thing, you know, that let it go, but that looks such a beautiful heart. And that one's not blocked. So I feel like, oh, I loved iced coffee. It's my favorite. Normally that's what I have for coffee and cards, but David made me coffee. So I was still drinking my latte, but, everything for a reason and endless possibilities. And, you know, I tell Dave he's my muse, you know, that he's my inspiration for my heart chakra opening and all of that. So, Princess Kayla, before you go in, make sure you're just ask your ego to step aside, leave her at the door. You know, tell her to step aside and let your, you know, your higher self shine through and, you know that everything is possible because, you know, we go from one to the other. That one's very blocked and this one's very open. So, you're welcome. I feel like it's going to go really well. Make sure you're feeling in your girly girl energy. That way he can be in his masculine. Don't let your ego step in because you know that. Oh, the iced coffee. Why do you suck at making it? Dave has a great espresso machine. That's what we got each other for Christmas last year. We got a nice espresso machine. So I get an iced espresso with cold foam. And great quartz, we're going to get one for you. And then we're going to get one for Unity. Oh, yeah. I used to do the iced coffee. And then my daughter turned me on to, somehow I knew. My daughter turned me on to the iced coffee at Starbucks. And then Dave got me an ice machine. So now I just make my own iced coffee. So this is for you, great chords. Look, she said that one wanted to come out, but it was being shy. So I'm kind of curious what it is. A powerful move. What are you holding yourself back from a powerful move? Because the key I see is in that, you know, in that lock. And then we get the tall tale. Yes, I got the ice machine and we have the espresso, and then I got a little frother because I like cold foam, and Dave likes the latte foam, which he's super good at. I'm not as good at it. So I would rather just make it at home. It's funny, I got a thing from Starbucks yesterday. I'm like, what are they telling me? They miss me. Yes, powerful. And the tall tale was the bottom of the deck. So what story do you want to tell yourself? I feel like you know you're very powerful. Celia says, you know. She said, if you're hiding that crown somewhere, go get it and put it on, because she feels like you might know that reference. Yeah. So she's like, put your crown on. Know your power. Yeah, very put your crown on. Oh, yeah, look. I hear you're more of a powerful healer than you ever realize. That just kind of gave me chills up down my spine. So, woo! You are very welcome. Yes. She's like, yeah, like I still feel that up and down my spine. I still feel like, ugh. So, yes. And she wants me to, yeah, make sure you're aware. So just know when you think of somebody, great court, you send energy to them. I don't think I have Cash App. Actually, let me look. I think if not, hey Dave, can you do something with that? Yeah, great court. If you send energy to somebody, if you're thinking of them, you send energy to them. So, yeah. Yeah. So be careful when you think of somebody, come from a place of your heart, because you can, it can go either way with you, girl. I hear. You do, like, if you think of somebody, and like, I will sometimes, like, before I think of, if I'm going to send somebody energy, we're going to just do a little thing. I like, you can feel, put your hands together. You can feel that ball. Like, you can see my hands cannot go any closer together. That is where that ball starts. And then I work and I build that ball and I grow it and think of love and energy and happiness. And I grow my ball. And then as I grow it, I just send it. And that sends that little bit of energy that I put in that little ball to that person. And you can do that very much as well. Good or bad. So she's like, make sure if you're thinking negative of somebody, just know they feel it. Yes. You're a powerful one. Way more than you know. She says be open to it. Okay, Unity, we're going to get a card for you. I bet she has a strong, I still bet she has a strong Leo placement. Do you have any planets in Leo, Great Courts? Oh, yeah. He can feel. It's about your friendships, right? You are a leader among your friends. This is what Celia's telling me. Good morning, MD. How are you doing today? Unity, did you want an abundance card or an energy card? Oh, you're right. Dave's rising is Libra. So that peacemaker, about that, relationship thing. That's also Empress energy, that Libra rising. So he's like, don't forget that Empress. So that's where, yeah. The Empress does, represent that Libra too. My Taurus and your Libra. That's why I feel your energy so much, because we're connected that way. Yes, everything is good in balance. Well, we're holding these, so he's been pretty good about doing the one she wants. So this is a card for you, Unity. I know, that's what she's laughing in my head, because she's like, that's why we have that connection together. That's why I can feel your energy so strong. Because, I'm Taurus, which, that's that Empress energy. So card for Unity. Well, Unity, you were talking about that Leo, so you get the Waking the Lion card. So I feel that's about you stepping into your strength. I also feel like you could be getting a ton of downloads right now. I know I have been. And then we get Let It Go. And then we get A Burst of Magic. And then the bottom of the deck is Beyond the Ordinary. So that is beyond you. You are beyond the ordinary. But I feel like she's wanting you to step into your power. Open your heart and trust your magic. Whatever healing modalities you're working on, make sure you're sharing with other people. But yeah, there's definitely that Leo. Where's your Leo placement, Unity? It's my moon, my south node. Jennifer, would you like a card? And then we're going to get Farah. And we're doing Empress or we're doing Abundance or Energy cards today. You get to pick your deck. So Jennifer, which card would you like, please? Oh, your moon, Unity. Yeah, me too. My daughter's too. Oh, that's that Empress energy. That's why you embody that too. Great cards. You as well, I hear. So I hear birds of a feather. That's Celia's reference right there. So she's saying absolutely. Yeah. So Jennifer, if you're still here, did you? Not a problem, great courts. You know, Celia talks to who she wants to. It's funny, she'll come on here and we'll do this, you know, until I give the message. And then she's like, okay, I'm done. And literally when she's done, she's like out the door done. She's like, gone. And I'm like, okay, well, Celia's gone. Have a good day. I'm leaving. So, yes, I love her. I don't know what I would do without her. Farah, which deck would you like as well? I told him earlier, you know, because, you know, Dave and I share Celia as our higher self. I said, you know, Celia is part of everybody's higher self because, you know, we all have the same higher self, you know, source that is truly a part of our higher self. So, you know, I feel definitely, Celia's my Abraham. Unity, what types of things interest you as far as the spiritual path? Like I do tarot, Reiki, the crystal. I'm really strong into my crystals. I have, you know, last year Wing and Bell made me this, or 2 years ago, Wing and Bell made me this beautiful pyramid for me on the Taurus full moon. Was when she poured it. It has citrine because, you know, that's about, you know, that Taurus energy of abundance, and, you know, malachite, and some snowflake obsidian for some protection. So, yeah, she wanted me to pull my pyramid out. Abundance or energy card for you, Farah. And then if you have a question, you could place that in there too, but she wants you to pick either which kind of card you want. But she's really wanting me to show off and that's Wing and Bell. You know. Yeah. We all kind of get that. Jennifer, what is the secret and lie these people have about a masculine energy in me? Jennifer, I'm confused on your question. So he's telling me to use the abundance deck, and we're just going to get the message for you. I guess I don't have to understand. Only Celia does. As far as the citrine, you want to know something me and Dave really learned because he has some tuning forks that we use. But citrine is not a crystal that can be cleared like when you use when he uses his tuning forks on the citrine, it won't clear it because it won't clear. So that's a way. So that's a really good indicator. I know not everybody carries around some tuning forks, but Jennifer, I'm scared about my current situation. Okay, Jennifer. So you says there's nothing to be scared of. If you are in fear and you are focusing on that negative energy, it's just going to pull that right back around to you. Oh yeah, great court. You're such a good healer. If anybody hears any voices, apparently we're getting the furnace surfaced right now, so don't pay attention to any of the voices. Jennifer, do you live in the States? Um, Celia's definitely got a message. She's like, so I'm going to shuffle and she's going to give it to me. But I feel like as we feel about negative energy, we're going to attract more of that. Call in Archangel Michael and ask him to put a protective bubble around your family. I mean, literally, Dave and I have that. I have that intention all the time to have protection around me. Like when Dave and I drive, we have a little bubble around us. He's always like giving me a hard, telling me thank you for our bubble. He's not giving me a hard time. He tells me thank you for it. So the bottom of the deck for you, Jennifer, is the right now card, which is stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than you can handle in each moment. Yes. See that person's in a little bubble? Literally call in assistance and ask for that bubble of protection. Ask for, when I was in my dark night of the soul, I would call in a legion of angels just around me. Like when I was sleeping, because I was having bad stuff happen, in my dream space. So I literally, would call in and, say nothing to come in my dream space that's not for my highest and greatest good. And then you get the right action and you get the humility card, and we're going to read both. The right action is apariga, means let everything that wants to go, and everything that wants to come. I feel like just the universe is trying to bring you something different in, and don't let the fear block you. Call in protection, literally. She says you're very protected. I hear very protected. And then the humility card is allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. And in that card, the owl is there, which is that inner guidance and wisdom that's trying to flow through. As you're in a state of fear, your ego is just going to go and keep going in that downward spiral to where if you tell your ego to step aside. I ask my ego to step aside. I want to come from a heart-centered place. Is my family safe? And you will feel that in your heart. Celia's telling me. Yes, she's saying your family is safe. But I'm serious about calling in protection. I did it every day. You know, yes, they are protected as you are, Jennifer. But call it. You have to ask for help. Sometimes, I feel like that's what that card is telling you. You have to be the one to ask for help. Don't be in fear. Say, Archangel Michael, I ask you to surround me and protect me. It's literally that simple. Your words are so powerful. Most people don't realize how powerful their words can really, really be. So just know. And Farah, we are now going to get you abundance deck, and I need to ask if going back to Bahrain is good for me and safe. Okay, Farah, this is a card for you about moving back to Bahrain. Are you coming in here? Oh, Dave just brought me an iced coffee.
She called for it.
He's the best. Good cold foam. He's so good to me. You are very welcome, Jennifer. And Fairy, you get a burst of magic and tender embrace. So if that's going back to your family, I feel like it's going to be a beautiful reunion. You get a burst of magic and you get the letting go card. But for me, this is, like a beautiful heart chakra, card. I feel like that's, more of that magic that can happen there. And then you get into me, I see. So look, you have to do what you feel is going to be best for you. So you saying, look deep in your heart. And you get quieting the mind. Don't let the chatter get to you. MD, we're going to get a card for you next. Celia says, thank you for your help with moderating. So make sure you're quieting your mind, Farah. But I feel like, yeah, definitely I feel like it would be a good move for you. I don't feel like any negative energy was there at all. I feel like, especially if your family's there, it will be really good for you. Farah. MD, would you like an abundance or an energy card? And Shanae will get a card for you after we get one for MD007. So Shanae, you can put an energy card or an abundance card. I feel that tender embrace card. So I feel like you will be welcomed and protected and cared for, watched out for. So hi, April. How are you? Okay, April, we will. Oh, MD, you. What kind of job, MD? MD, you get the outrageous openness card, which is, dear love, open me to your will, release me from my attachment, surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what is needed, and I am open to receive, which is very beautiful. And then we get the flow card, which is, Allow me, divine, to move through the flow and respond with calmness and peace. And then the last card is grief. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. I feel like you're having a heart chakra opening. And if this is something that you're truly seeking, I feel like it's going to come to you. If you left your last job in not a great place, you know, grieve it for what it was. And then, think of the things that you really enjoyed the most about it. And that can bring, that better energy back around. But if you left the last place in not the best place, make sure you're grieving it and healing your heart towards that next thing. And then we got the deepening card, which is once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. So I feel like it's, saying, it's time to surrender and go with what the universe is, calling for you. And then we get your inner child. Is this something that your inner child really loves? I feel like, yeah, you're definitely holding on to some energy from your last place of employment. And you have to heal that energy to bring that new thing in. And for it to be as beautiful as it really, really can be. It can be the best job ever. I will just say, MD, I was a physical therapy assistant, and literally, it's a very in-demand job. But sometimes the universe just is like, no, a different path. I would get a job and they would like overwork me. I would, feel a need to stand up for somebody, and that would always give me a problem. I feel like there's a little something I hear stuck in the craw. So you're saying just make a list of the things you loved best about that job. And then also on another piece of paper, write the overall things you would like to manifest in that job, in your new job. Because sometimes, as you want something, if you're at that job and you're, thinking, I want something new. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. The universe is like, okay, you're not here. But if you don't work on that energy when you go to that next job, you're going to carry that same energy into that next job. So she's saying, just, write the story you want to see. So. Yeah, but she says there's a little something in the craw. She's like very specific about in the craw. Not sure. And she says, sometimes the universe makes it hard when that's the path it's not trying to put us on. Okay, Shanae, we're getting you next. Yeah, so whatever. Like, if I tried right now to get a physical therapy job, like I tried recently to get one, and like I went into the place and like after 30 minutes, so you told me to run, like they were like, oh, well, do this. And I'm like, that's fraud, compared to Medicare rules. So I was like, no. And then they couldn't get me a computer password, and just like, it was just like so chaotic. Like, Celia's like, run. And I left. I walked out. That's, not my normal work ethic by any means. But Celia was like, leave, because this isn't meant for you. And then, that company kept pursuing me to do work for them. And I went, and I was I agreed. I was like, okay, they wanted me for a week. I was like, okay, I can go for a week. And you know what happened? When the day came for me to go, they still couldn't get me a damn password to the computer. Because you know what? I wasn't meant to go do that. And the universe is just kind of putting a block up every time I'm like, no, this is my path. And it's like, no, it's not. So it was like very specific on. So sometimes when we're trying to really do something, if it's in the same field as you had been doing, like I can go get a job as a physical therapy assistant today. I mean, literally, I could go do it today. But you want me to tell you something? It's going to be a shit show. So I've learned, because that's not my path. And every time I try to do it and it's not what the universe wants, it's like, nope, Nope. So, yeah, she really wanted me to spill my guts about that. Like I say, everything happens to me for a reason, so I have that as a point of reference, apparently. Shanae, did we get your card? She was just I was for a while because it taught me that I had a gift in my hands. I would literally go and put my hands on somebody's legs and after they had had surgery, and it would send an electrical impulse enough to to make them be able to do it. So I learned I had a gift in my hands. So it was for me at the time, but now it's not part of my path. So you really wants me to sit here and play cards with you guys, and have fun. And, I could record videos and put them out and work on it that way, but she really enjoys the personal interaction. And so sometimes things are in our life for a season, but not for the whole story. So if you're trying to get a job that's in the same field and you're having a lot of resistance, she's saying that sometimes it's meant for you to be on a different path. So like recently for me, I've had to really, give up the whole, okay, I'm clearly not supposed to do that, even though I have such joy when I'm actually doing the work. Because I love making people feel better. I always had really good results because I was like, if I can make you feel better, I can. Yeah, rejection is protection. It really is. So if something doesn't work out, just know it's because the universe is really guiding you somewhere else. Somebody, MD, is that job your passion? Because, for years, the therapy thing was my passion. But now when I do it, they just suck the life out of me. So yes, I'm here now and I love this is, I tell Dave every day I'm getting to live my dream job right now because this is, when I started a long time ago, this is what I wanted to manifest. So we are getting a card for Shanae, and then Shanae, did you have a question? Now Celia's sorry. When she has a message for somebody, we're just gonna go until it's done. Which is that way for everybody. So she just likes, consideration and everybody to understand that, when she sends me a message, she's not gonna let me move on till she's good and ready. So anyway, any advice? Okay, Shanae. My niece was on earlier and her name is Shanae too. I did a reading for her. So Celia's saying for you to go back and look. After I did the general, I did her reading and there's something in there for you. She's saying it might just be one little line, but there's something in that message for you. So wow, we get a bunch of cards. Sacred reverence is the bottom. So that is, talking about love is the answer. It is the key because I see the key there. And, Celia's always talking about being the Chiron as the key and, healing our heart is the key. So we are going to go to the messages now. We get spirit of gratitude, tender embrace, a higher view, and a storyteller. So on that, you notice that page is blank and that key is right there. You have the key to manifest anything you want. If you're working on manifesting this, just know that as you love yourself and embrace your self-love, you can really write the story that you're truly wanting to have, that sacred reverence, that love. She's telling me, look, because, that's a 47 card, which is an 11 card. And, if you found me, you're probably a twin flame because that's the kind of reader I am. Thank you, April. We will get you next. I was going to get you. Celia's she's long-winded today, I hear. Then we get the time machine, great big love, grand symphony, a merry motive, and birds of a feather. And with that message, I feel like the person you're going to meet is, someone your past love with that right there. Cause, that feels twin flame energy to me, that time machine. Dave and I have lived many lifetimes together. Sometimes only one of us has been in the physical and the other one's not guiding. We kind of work that way together, being that twin flame. But just know everything is always working together. And I see Merry Motive and Birds of a Feather. So I feel like you're being brought to people. The people that are being brought into your life are being brought there for a reason. And I feel like it's because past life, I feel like right now we're definitely all, finding our soul tribe. And I feel like your twin flame's trying to come in with the sacred reverence in this card. I feel like if you're not with your twin flame, that energy is like right there to come in for you, trying to come in. So something about the spirit of gratitude. So I feel like that's about raising your vibration, really elevating your energy. As you elevate your energy and connect with other people that are on the similar path with you, you're bringing this in, which is beautiful. And then you get the broken open on the bottom and great and full on the bottom. So make sure, I feel like you're going through your awakening, really going next level. So you may be having a heart chakra opening. Yeah. And let me look, April, because I know you put your question sometimes on the thing. And Dave hasn't sent me anything, so he must not be at his computer. Or he's working. He may be doing that work thing he has to do. I love Dave's job. It allows him to work home a couple of days a week. And April, do you have a deck preference? You are very welcome, Shanae, and she's telling me to tell you to go look at that message that I did for my niece. So, and with that was a tarot message, not just a... We're going tarot, April. When we have a donation, she prefers to do the tarot. So. April, Dark Night of the Soul right now. Yeah. So he's saying Dark Night of the Soul for you right now, which, is very strong in this period. I'm going to tell you again, April, she's saying, look where your Chiron is. Okay. We get the Four of Swords, which, is, that quiet time, that energy being pulled back, no communication. The next card is the Knight of Pentacles, which is forward movement in the physical. So I feel like as you are taking forward movement, I hear towards your stability. And knowing your self-worth. He knows his worth. I feel like as you know your worth. Yeah, she says, as you know your worth, a new opportunity, because we get the Ace of Wands, which, is beautiful energy, a new opportunity and action in the physical. And we feel like aces are, gifties from the universe. So, Two of Wands in the bottom. She wouldn't let me put that down until we talked about that, which is a choice of which path do you want to take. And then the next cards we get are the Hanging Man, which is, sometimes we feel like we're stuck, but sometimes that stuckness or time alone, I hear Dark Night of the Soul, is about your personal healing, and you have to do some of that alone. She's really saying about the self-worth, know your worth. Definitely know your self-worth. And this is a time for you to really embrace it. He's not really stuck. He could really reach up. His hands aren't tied. He could undo himself. So as I got this card the other day, it was about looking at things from a different perspective. And it is, because he's, he can see something differently than if he was upright. So sometimes we're put in different positions so we can see things and learn things. Because honestly, on my path, I've been through so many things, and Celia tells me I've been through all of that, so I have it as a reference point. But I feel like some definite, healing needs to be done. I feel like third eye's trying to open. Ugh, yeah. Because mine's really tingly. Honestly, April, people reflect back to you. But definitely Dark Night of the Soul. Like, this is like she's like, because the King of Swords is there, which is going to gain you clarity, and see it from a different, I'm literally here and see it from a different perspective. And, sometimes people are in our lives for a season, and sometimes that season is, for a reason to teach us a lesson. And a lot of times I feel like that's, gaining that self-worth. So you said you're like here with it, and you need to be here with it. Sometimes we're people pleasers, and, if somebody gives us a little breadcrumb and you really like that person, sometimes you'll take that breadcrumb. And if you take that breadcrumb, that person knows they can give you another tiny little breadcrumb. So don't let nobody breadcrumb you. She's telling me look at the bottom of the deck, April. So here we go. We get the Two of Wands and then the Magician, because you have the choice. You can see things really clearly. As you get a different perspective, you're going to see things so much clearer. I know. Okay. I've recently been going through a thing with somebody that was my friend for 25 years. It was not a very reciprocal, balanced relationship. And as I have stepped into my power, that person doesn't like it. So I literally had to say, I deserve equal treatment. And if you're not going to treat me equal, bye. Because I know my worth. And April, you know your worth. Don't let anybody treat you like a knight. You are that king energy. It's right there. It's trying to come through because, you got the two kings here, Those are both pretty smart. And they're both sitting really well. This one knows the truth and this one knows his worth. So you're saying, sometimes, it's hard to let somebody go. It really, really can be hard to do that. But sometimes people are in our lives to teach us, After 25 years, I'm like, you just have to do what's best for you at the time. And, for a long time, that friendship, served its purpose. But a long time ago, I knew how that friend was, and I chose to continue the friendship anyway. So it was my choice. So now I've just chosen something else, and I feel like it's guiding you to choose something else. Choose you. So you're saying choose you. So, because as soon as you choose you, the right thing will choose you too. So he says, write a goodbye letter and just do it and let it go to the universe and say, if this is meant to come back around, let it be for my highest and greatest good. And literally put that out there because, you deserve so much more than somebody treating you poorly like you don't deserve. But if you let them do that, it's just you're saying, oh, it's okay. Because the problem I had with my friend, we've had a conversation about it before and then just kind of right back to that same. So yeah. So you're saying sometimes people even have to leave our lives for a little bit, and can return if they decide to do the work and change the energy, because you can't make anybody do anything. Everyone has free will. I am gonna take a little break because I've been on for almost 2 hours and we're doing tarot at I'm gonna do tarot at noon today. So sending you love, April. A little ball of energy. Thank you for donating to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you everyone that liked and subscribed. And we will be back on always tomorrow. We do coffee and cards every day. So have a great day. Thank you. Bye.